purpose of this video is to demonstrate the table of contents generator in Microsoft Word 2008 for Mac. The table of contents tool is a really powerful tool that makes it really easy to do something that would be tedious and pretty difficult to maintain. What we're going to see is Word will automatically create a table of contents based on the text that's in our documents. Here's how we're going to do it. Notice that I have the text of my awesome book written out here with chapters and sections. These are the different titles for each of those, and then the text that belongs in those chapters and titles. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a table of contents on the first page, and to do that I'm going to insert a page break so that the table of contents is on its own page. So insert page break. And now I've got this new page at the beginning of my document. On this page I'm going to insert my table of contents. To do that I'm going to click on the document elements, and then you'll see here I'm going to click on the table of contents, and there are several pre-made templates, and I'm just going to use the first one. When I click on it, you'll notice that it creates this text which says that Word didn't find any entries for your table of contents, and it explains how to fix that. So we've got this placeholder for the table of contents, but there's no actual data items in it. Okay, to fix that, the easiest way is just to define which lines represent chapter and section titles. So to do that, I'm going to scroll down and select this chapter 1, the beginning line. You can just double click on it to select it. And to that, I'm going to apply the heading 1 style. So make sure that the styles area is visible on the formatting palette, the toolbox. When I click on heading 1, you notice that it changes the look of this text, but it also tells the table of contents that this is something that should be in it. So I'm going to make that chapter 1 the beginning at heading 1. I want to make my section titles heading 2s. Like so. I'm going to make my chapter 2 the middle, a heading 1. And I'm going to make my chapter 3 the end, a heading 1 also. Now if I scroll back up to the top, you'll notice that nothing has changed. In order to make this work, we're going to have to click in the table of contents and then click on this little down arrow. When we do that, you'll see there's an update table. When I do that, it automatically reads through my document and will update and figure out the structure that we define using headings. Now it's possible that we might change something later. If we wanted to add another section here, let's say, and we wanted to make it also heading 2, if we scroll back up to the top, you'll notice that nothing has changed. And here again, we're going to have to click in the table of contents and say update table. It's going to ask me, do you want to update the page numbers only or the entire table? Since we've added a new section, we're going to have to update the entire table. And when we do that, you'll see that now this new section 1 is inserted. Now you'll see that this table of contents, you can get into it and you can style it just like you would with normal content. But everything that's in a gray box is a special field, and what's in those gray boxes is automatically generated by Word, and so you don't want to change the stuff that's in there. Now you can select it and you can change the formatting on it if you wanted to make it all bold, say, or italics, just like normal. But the text itself is not generated by you, but it's made automatically by Word. So this has been a description of the table of contents in Microsoft Word.